Good morning, beautiful people. Welcome to another vlog. So today is the Bela Infusion. But before we do the Bela, we have to get to the gym. So I woke up this morning, 4:45, and I'm ready. I'm ready for this gym workout. And today's going to be a little bit special. So you guys definitely want to stay tuned until the end because you guys know I bring you along on every Bela. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started.
Melodies we haven't played. No, I don't want no rest.
Workout is complete. We are done. I like to do some cardio, so we are going to do a walk in the park. Usually I walk and I read. I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing today, but I do know that we're gonna get cardio in. All of this have to be done before I go to the Bela because when I come back, I just want to relax and I'm not trying to be bottled down with working out. So even though 75 hard is over, your girl's still getting it and doing the same stuff, staying consistent. It was the best thing I ever did.
Around these walls, fighting to
Just got back from the gym. Great workout. I feel amazing. Now it's time to go to the Bela. So like I was telling you guys previously, I am so excited about today. Why? Because my baby is coming to the Bela with me. So it's going to be my son's first time. He's never been exposed to anything. He's never seen dialysis. He's never been to a Bela. He doesn't know the process. He doesn't know any of them. I basically have shielded him from all of that, and I have my reasons. So if you guys go way back in YouTube, when I say why I chose hemodialysis, I explained all of that in detail, why I did not want to expose my children to that. So let me go get my son ready, let me grab my bags, and let's talk and chat. Look who's here, everybody. It's my baby. Look, and he brought his little backpack. He don't even know what the process is like. He brought his backpack. He brought his computer. Brought his whole life because it's not going to be too long, though. But we're still going to go. So let's walk. Let's drive and talk. Most of you guys who have been following me for many years know that I did a mother and son video. This was years ago. It's all in the archives, okay? And so that little boy is now like a grown mini man. Look at my baby. This is my baby. He's grown. So for those of you that saw me cry, that saw me plead, that saw me drop to my knees to fight, to live, it's right here, right? Now I have two kids, but this is my firstborn. This is the one that seen me go through ups, downs, in-betweens, that helped me. And so I wanted him to come along. He's off from school right now. So he was like, okay, I'll come. So he's coming and I'm excited to have him here with me today. So, Armani, have you ever been exposed to anything like dialysis, treatment? Have you ever gone to anything, been part of anything?
No.
They can't see you.
No.
Does that make you feel any kind of way that I didn't showcase that part of my life to you?
No.
I felt like I purposely didn't want my kids, like I say, guys, if you look back in those videos, everything was already documented. I didn't want to expose my kids. He was so much younger back then. I didn't want to expose him. And I know most people are like, why hide it? It wasn't that I was necessarily hiding. I spoke about it. I talked about like how I felt and things, but I did not want them to see that part of mommy. I wanted to go to the center. That's why I didn't do PD. I didn't do any of that stuff because I wanted to go to the center, sit down, do my treatments, and come home and be that mom for them. On the days, obviously, that I could do that. So I never wanted to just have them grow up thinking this and all the negative, and because that stuff can mess up a kid. Like psychologically, when he was little, I felt like it was already tough on him as a kid to experience all of that. So I just didn't want to add anything else. But now that he's like my little man, I felt, okay, you want to see it? I'm okay with it now. You want to be part of it, but it's different. So you guys know on dialysis, we're connected and you got to watch your blood leave the body. It's none of that. So I feel like he's not going to be scarred. He's not going to have to see that. And I don't think any child at a young age should be exposed to that personally. That's just my opinion. But now I'm just going to go do my 30-minute drip. So I still got to get the IV. I got to get the needle and all of that. But it's nothing like what dialysis was. So I think this is a little bit less. How do you feel that your mom has to do the Bela Infusion for the rest of her life, basically. How does that make you feel?
If it's the only way for you to stay alive, like,
I gotta do it.
yeah.
So he understands, because he asked me, he said, you gotta do this for life? Yeah, I have to do this for life. So it was either this or I have to take a pill, but the pill I used to take, which was Prograf, was giving me lots of side effects. Tremors, hair loss, just really bad. I was in a really bad space with that medication. So I was really happy that my team already off rip was like, we're doing the Bela Infusion. It's better for your kidney long term. So I chose this route, which I feel like I'm handling it well. But at the end of the day, guys, I'm just going to be truthful and honest. It doesn't matter what drug we're on. We never know the side effects till later. But as of right now, as we stand, I feel better on the Bela than I did when I was on Prograf. So I'm really happy that I'm not taking that. And I do have people that DM me a lot saying that, hey, my team is suggesting the Bela, and everybody knows that I make content around the Bela all the time. Every month, you guys come along on this journey, and there's a whole playlist because you never know what you're going to experience, see when it comes to the Bela. Every Bela is different. So just to prep my son, I want you to understand like the process that I'm going to be going through. So when we get to the center, we check in at the center. What's going to happen is they're going to ask me all my information, make sure I am who I am. They put a band on my hand. They give me a piece of paper for me to give to my team. So when my team calls me, you automatically go to weigh you, because you have to be weighed in. For those of you that are new, you have to be weighed in every time, because the Bela is not pre-made. It is made to order. So basically, if you gain weight, you lose weight, your dosage changes. So they're going to weigh me, and then they're going to take me to the back, ask me questions, double check, triple check, make sure I am who I am, and just ask me, did I have any symptoms and any sicknesses? Have I done any travels? Because all of that can affect the treatment process. So then, do I have blood work? Because sometimes my team requires me to do blood work depending on the doctor. And I keep all my doctors within the same network, so it's easy. Everybody can see each other's charts and what's going on. And the communication is so much more seamless when I do it, everything in-house. So rheumatology speaks to kidney, and everybody speaks to everybody. So today I actually do have a blood test that I need to retake, which is my potassium, I think it's my potassium, because one of those was a little bit higher last time. So they want to just check that. Maybe it was a fluke, we don't know. So she did say she would go in. But at this point, at the stage that I'm at, I don't have to, for my kidney team, I don't have to meet with them or do blood work but once a year, because I'm this far in. Thank you, Lord Jesus, praising God, because y'all know it's been a long journey. And so we will go ahead and we will run those labs. So they're gonna do an IV, Armani. They're gonna do an IV, and then they're gonna put the orders in. Once they put the orders in, it takes about 30 minutes. Sometimes it could be an hour, just depending. And then they're gonna hook me up to that machine, and it's a 30-minute drip. So we just connect to the machine, and it's 30 minutes. I usually sit down and read, but since I have you, I will talk with you and hang out today during that process. Now at this center, they give good snacks, nice, like a little blanket that's warm. They take it out the little heater, and just to make you comfortable. Not every center is that way, okay? If you go to the main campus with Emory, yo, that's like stepchildren out there, man. That shit is rough. I personally don't like it. It's dingy. I feel like the amount of money that comes through, they should do an upgrade, personally. That's just my opinion. If they hear me, hopefully they take in those recommendations. And the people are not as nice. So where I'm at, people know you by name. It's like a smaller little vibe, and I like that feeling. You feel like an individual, you feel worthy, not people just treating you like you're a number like the main campus does. Personally, that's just how I feel, and that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to feel how I feel because of how you're treated. So I like this place. So that's what happens. And then they just make sure that you have your slot time for the next month. I already booked out a couple, which was really nice. I might have another one to do. And then that's it. And then you go home and you get back to life. But that's just a little rundown about how the Bela works. Do you have any questions like you ever wondered, like you might want answered, maybe how I feel, what I went through, or I wanted to break down the process for you, but do you have any questions that...
You still get needles stuck?
Yeah, every month.
Does it hurt?
No, okay, so let me explain that. So he asked, do I get needles? So it's not like when I was on dialysis and I had to have them 2 big needles. No, it's nothing like that. But I still have to, it's like getting your blood drawn. If you go get a physical and you get your blood drawn, they have to stick the thing inside of you and they have to leave it there. So they have to connect me to the machine. Yes, I do get needles every month. And so you develop scar tissue. So this is my favorite arm, my right hand. Everybody loves this. They say, oh, it's a good vein, but I got scar tissue here. So basically mean it's hard for them to get through. So they always have to find different spots. And so now I be demanding, like, we can't be going in the same spot. We need to switch it around. So now, I never used to let anyone use my left arm. That's where my fistula was, but you guys know I got that reversed. I don't know. So now I do let them use it. We don't go up here, but we use the arm or we use the hand and so forth. So I do switch around where I do my needles at because I don't want to develop scar tissues. And I had a lot of blood drawn between dealing with the lupus and everything else, and the amount of testing I had to do was crazy. Any other questions that you might have for me today?
No, not right now.
Not right now. He's shy, guys. He's my shy baby. Right? He's my chill. Let me not say shy. He's just chill mode. So I just wanted to prep you for how this day was. And it just, as a mother, I feel amazing today. Just knowing that my son is here to support me. Anytime someone comes and they're just like, hey, can I come with you? It makes me feel good. Because a lot of the times I do go by myself. Because again, my husband's dealing with my youngest. And I definitely don't want my youngest to be in that vicinity for him to see that. Because again, he's at the age where you were when everything was happening, and I sheltered you from that, so I'm not going to expose him to that. And plus, he's too young to be coming into places like that. Like, you're grown, so it's different. They might, I don't even know if they would even allow a child to even come in there, now that I think about it. But no, I would never bring my youngest. I think he's way too young to be exposed, so I'm just happy that I was able to do this with my oldest. But yeah, so you know, guys, at the end of the day, I'm alive. And I fought hard, lots of cries, lots of prayers, but I believed, and I always believed that God was going to save me. And he did, and I'm grateful and happy and thankful. Now I'm traveling with my son, going to his sports activities, just being such an active parent. Like, it oozes off of me just to be able to be here and watch him thrive in his business. Y'all go to visionaryhills.com. Yep, that's free promo for you. Go to visionaryhills.com. I'm going to say it again, visionaryhills.com, and cop a sweater, cop a hoodie for my son and whatever he might have at the time you're watching this, and support him, right? At least he's a young entrepreneur doing something positive with his life. He's not for the streets or anything like that. He's definitely a good kid. Straight A's, because mama be on it, okay? I don't play when it comes to school. Ask him, do I play when it comes to school? I don't play. That's one thing I do not play about is school. And then he's playing ball for his school and whatnot. So I'm really proud of him. I'm a real proud mom. What else has been going on with the Bela, guys? If you have any questions at all, comment below. Let me know. This is just, like I said, a different type of Bela. I told you, every Bela is different. Who knew that my son would be coming with me today to treatment? But you never know what you're gonna get. And I do have a playlist, so you guys can always watch the full playlist, and there's just different Bela experiences for those of you that are possibly going to start Bela or interested in starting Bela. You can definitely go to that playlist. And don't even ask about the kidney transplant playlist. That thing is so long, I think it will take you weeks probably to watch all those videos. That I've documented my whole life from beginning to end, right? You can even go my first YouTube video when I was talking about what does lupus look like. And then I documented the whole transplant process. There's nothing that I missed. Nothing. Like every step that I took, even down to my stent, which was inside of me, all of it is documented. So thank you to all the doctors and everybody that allowed me to be able to do that and help the community out, and even the doctors and the eye doctor, everybody that came onto the channel and supported. I absolutely am so thankful to each and every one of you. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the time talking to my son as we drive, and once we get into the center, we'll pick up. Okay, so we have arrived at the center, so we're gonna go check in and then get a seat. Yeah, let's get it. So we are done with the Bela. It was quick, it was easy, it wasn't bad. Now I'm not gonna lie, when she put the needle in, it was okay. But after a while, it started to hurt. So now my arm feels a little sore, but we're gonna manage. We're gonna make it through. Ooh, looking a mess right now, but it's all good. So I was able to bring my son with me. Let me start the car because it is hot where I live right now. It's very hot outside. So we were able to get in and out. It was a packed house. I'm not gonna lie, I have not seen it this busy in a long time. Every room, every nook and cranny was packed to the rim today, but we were able to get it done. How did you feel?
It was okay. It was chill.
It was chill. How did you feel watching me? Did you feel anyway?
No, I don't know. It wasn't really, I didn't see anything bad.
Exactly. So again, you guys know, like I said, I sheltered him from the dialysis aspect. So he didn't get to see no blood or nothing. He just saw her put the needle in and then connect me. He was like, okay, so what's the process? I was like, this is it. 30 minutes. We just sit here, we drip, and me and him, we vibed and we talked, and that was that, and it's done. So now I'm gonna head home, spend some quality time with my other son and my husband. But I just wanted to bring you guys along on the Bela. If you ever have any questions or concerns, you guys know where to leave it, right there in the bottom in the description. Make sure you guys are following me on my new Instagram. Okay, I see a lot of you guys still going over to the old Instagram. Come over to the new side, right? Chrissy Mac Talks. You can see behind the scenes and all of the above. All right, guys, I love you and I appreciate y'all. See you on the next video.